Hello everyone, welcome to Elite Weather Forecasting. My name is Mr. G, your meteorologist, as we talk about this upcoming week's weather forecast that we're going to be taking a look at. And as we start off with our high temperatures for Monday, we're starting to see that warmer air starting to commence across the Midwest and down across the South, where we're going to be seeing those temperatures come into the 60s and 70s. And we're going to be seeing those temperatures approach the 70s in Southern California as well. So down there near LA and San Diego, it's going to be seeing those temperatures in the 70s. Warming up across the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes as well, as we're going to start to see those temperatures approach the 40s. We're going to see the mid-30s across Minnesota and Wisconsin tomorrow, but rest assured, as we move later through the week, we're going to see those temperatures approach the 40s as we get to the midweek point. And thinking of the midweek, look at those temperatures as we see that 41 in Chicago, 39 up there in Minneapolis, but we're seeing 55 in Cincinnati, Ohio, 70 down there across Atlanta, and 84 down there in Tampa, which is going to be our hot spot for this week. 75 in Los Angeles. Very nice weather. We're seeing that nice warm up commence across the southern United States, and that's going to move up through the plains and into the Midwest as well. But by the time we get to Friday, we're going to start to see that pull back a little bit as we have a couple of storm systems that's going to be working its way through and pulling down that cold air from the north. So if you're up there in Minneapolis, your temperatures are going to fall back down to 25 as we get onto the high on Friday. We're going to be seeing those 30s across the Rockies and those teens across the northern high plains up there in Montana and the Dakota. So a bit cold air to return, but that's very briefly and fleeting cold air. And we're going to be seeing those temperatures warm up quite nicely along the East Coast as that layer of warm air gets pulled to the east. That 57 in New York for your Friday, and that 70 down there in Charleston and Atlanta. We're going to see that high of 62 as those fronts start to come in your way, and you see those showers and thunderstorms, and some of those severe storms are going to be possible as well. Now let's take a look at our upper air pattern as we see our jet stream moving quickly from west to east across the nations, the Rockies there, and several areas of low pressure will be moving across the northern tier of the United States. And one of those storms, especially this guy, is going to be the catalyst for some severe weather, and we're going to be seeing some snow with that guy as it makes its way toward the northern plains and the Great Lakes. Now, as we take a look at the second half of our week, we got this big area of low pressure here that's going to be moving across the Great Lakes area. That's going to spread snow through Minnesota, Iowa, as well as through Wisconsin. And we have our southern stream storm that's going to be moving off toward the northeast and bring thunderstorms down along the Gulf Coast, across Texas, Alabama, and Mississippi as well, and even into Georgia. Some severe thunderstorms is going to be possible. Watch for heavy rain, gusty winds, some dangerous lightning, isolated tornado or two, and flash flooding is going to all be possible with this latest round of severe weather. Now let's take a look at some of those precipitation amounts that we're going to be seeing on the West Coast. Heavy snow through the Sierra Nevadas. Some locations can pick up as much as 12 to 18 inches, such as Lake Tahoe, as well as down in Mammoth Lakes. So a lot of heavy snow possible. We're going to be seeing that rainfall along the coastal sections, but only about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. 1 to 2 inches of rain is going to be possible into portions of Oregon and into Washington, where you could pick up an inch of rain in Seattle. About 5 to 8 inches of snow around some portions of Wyoming and Montana, and we're going to be seeing that snow down through Park City, Utah as well. Pick up 3 to 5 inches, 5 to 8 inches across portions of Colorado. And now, as we take a look at the second half of the week, as we look at your Tuesday through Saturday, we're going to be seeing that snow across the upper Midwest and into the Great Lakes. 1 to 3 inches for the most part from Minnesota through Iowa, as well as into portions of Wisconsin. Northern Michigan could pick up a few inches of snow as well, but we're going to be seeing that snow across the interior of the Northeast. But once again, the I-95 corridor is going to swing and miss at that snow, as we're going to be seeing more rainfall, where we could pick up about 1/2 inch of rain in Boston, New York, and in the DC area as well. 1 to 3 inches of rain. But we could see a little bit of snow in the higher elevations of the Appalachian Mountains. So a little bit of snow, 1 to 3 inches there. Rain in the Memphis area, where we could pick up about 1 inch of rain in Memphis, as well as down across South Texas and Louisiana. So Alex there, well, we can see that snow across portions of, not snow, sorry about that, but rain across Alabama, Mississippi as well. But we're only looking at about a half inch. You could see higher totals if you get a thunderstorm, especially in the severe storm. So locally, heavier rainfall totals is possible across the region there. Now let's talk about let's chase our storm across the country from the west coast to the east coast. And as we look at our timing tonight, we're going to be seeing that heavy snow across the Sierra Nevada, rain in the valley areas as well, rain across the Pacific Northwest, Portland, Seattle, we're going to be seeing rain. And if you look at it, it's just close enough to where we might see a mix of rain and snow across portions of Oregon and into Washington. But we will be seeing all snow across the higher elevations of the Cascade Mountain range. So very wintry weather tonight across the west coast. And we're going to be seeing those conditions start to improve across California as it begins to dry out. But still another round of rain and snow across Oregon and Washington. We start to see snow move into the Rockies as well and the high plains. So again, some more scattered snow showers, but nothing too heavy, just a few inches. And then as we look at your Monday night, we're going to be seeing it dry out across the west for the most part. Few scattered snow showers in the Intermountain Rockies and some more rain and snow across the Seattle area. Now, as we take a look at your Tuesday, again, that second front and that second storm system making its way into the Pacific Northwest. More rain for Oregon and Washington, Seattle and Portland. Some rain and snow showers mixed. Snow in the higher elevations of the Cascades. And then we're going to be seeing that snow continue on your Wednesday and rain. It's more showery as we head into the midweek portion in the Pacific Northwest. Some snow possible across western Wyoming and Idaho as well, and the extreme northern portions of Utah there around Ogden and Salt Lake City, where you might see some snow across the Wasatch Mountain Range. Now, as we make our way through our week, Wednesday, we dry out for the most part across the west, but those snow showers will move into the high plains as our storm makes its way across the Midwest and toward the East Coast. Now we're going to be seeing that storm here move across the Midwest, our secondary low coming in. That's going to bring that snow across the Great Lakes and those rain showers and thunderstorms also across portions of the Midwest down into the Southern Plains, down into Texas. We could be seeing our showers and storms and the beginnings of some of that severe weather. Now let's talk about what we're going to be seeing on Tuesday. It hooks up with that Gulf of Mexico moisture. Then we finally see those thunderstorms fire off down here across the Southern Plains and the Gulf Coast. We're going to start to see those thunderstorms roaring through. Now, as we look at your Wednesday, those thunderstorms are going to continue across the South Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, through portions of Nashville and Memphis. So Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, East Texas, dealing with that potential for severe weather and more severe weather possible across the South. As we look at your Wednesday evening, we're going to be seeing much more in that Gulf of Mexico moisture. We're going to be seeing those thunderstorms produce water spouts primarily along the Gulf Coast, Louisiana, and Mississippi. All right, now let's take a look at our later half of the week as we move into Thursday, as our storm makes its way toward the northeast. Now we see our deformation band here that's going to bring that snow through southern Ontario and Canada, as well into portions of Wisconsin. Chicago might pick up a few snowflakes, but I think it's primarily going to be a rain and snow mix, but no measurement amount of snow, but you might pick up about a quarter of an inch of rainfall. And then that front extends along the East Coast directly, where we're going to be seeing those showers and thunderstorms. Now, let's move on to your Friday evening. We're going to see a little bit of secondary low pressure form right here across the mid-Atlantic states. And we might see a little bit of snow here across St. Louis over to Wichita and Omaha. So if you are down here in Missouri, we're going to be seeing that rain and snow across the northern half, rain across the southeastern sections of Missouri, as that guy is going to make his way through the northeast. Now we're going to see that storm make its way into the mid-Atlantic with some rain and snow, and then into the East Coast with more rain and snow. And that rain is going to be mostly along the coast, and we're going to be seeing that snow across the Appalachian Mountain Range.